The son of a bagpiper who played as Allied soldiers scrambled ashore in Normandy is paying tribute to his father and his comrades by playing his own pipes in his North Nottinghamshire garden. Bill Millin was a commando who became known as the Mad Piper because of his actions on D-Day. Now his son John has pledged to commemorate his father in the run-up to the 80th anniversary of the Normandy landings. Emma Wilkinson has been speaking to him.
My father's quite a focal figure in these commemorations because of his actions playing the pipes on Sword Beach on the 6th of June 1944. He was the Mad Piper of Normandy. He was personal piper to Lord Lovat.
What happened during that time on that day? It must have remained very fresh in his mind.
Yes, he saw a lot of people die. A lot of his friends died on Sword Beach. Some of them died before they even got off the landing craft. But he made his way into the shore, or through the shore up to the beach, still holding the pipes up. You could see Lovat in the distance. And he struck up Healing Laddie when the water was down to his knees. And he went up to Lovat, who stood with the beachmaster. All the commandos were running, all with their heads down. And Dad went up to Lovat, the beachmaster, and he stood there for a moment looking around at everything, and the noise, the ammunition was flying through the air, the shell bursts flying through the air, the smell was horrible. And Lovat turned to Dad and said, Piper, play a tune or two for the lads as they come ashore, not shutting down the beach.
He must have been terrified.
He was terrified, but he struck up the pipes and he started marching along the beach. And the sights he saw remained with him and repeated in his head every year after that. 600 men died on Sword Beach. There was a group of wounded taken up to the small seawall, and he saw a flail tank land. They were just coming ashore. So he ran down, stopped playing, ran down to the flail tank and trying to catch the commander's attention. But they had the same order as everybody else. Once you're on the beach, get off the beach. So the tank went straight up over the wounded, our men. At that point, he sunk to his knees and vomited. That was the only time he was sick during the war, even with the sights he saw at Bergen-Belsen on Liberation Day.
Because he played the pipes then as well.
Well, the 15th of April 1945, when the Germans finally surrendered at Belsen, there was a few members of the Ashnikari band, and they played the pipes as the troops went through the gates. And there was a young lad, 14 years old in Belsen, who woke up and could hear the sound of the pipes, thought he died, and the angels were playing music on the pipes. He'd never heard bagpipes before. So that young lad went on to be a producer on Schindler's List.
How did your dad feel about, because on the one hand there was this awful thing that he went through, but on the other hand this story of him playing the pipes and the symbolic nature of that, it kind of almost took on a life of its own.
It was sort of double-edged for him, because the constant reminders that affected him psychologically. But at the same time, he thought, well, if people are going to focus on the bagpipes, then they'll not forget. So every time he played at a commemorative event, it was remembering. It was an act of remembrance. He died in 2010, but just a couple of weeks before he died, he knew there was going to be a statue of him in France, on Sword Beach practically. And he was saying to me, well, I'm not going to survive to see that. It's going to be a couple of years or more before that happens. I promised to learn to play at least one tune on the bagpipes. And he laughed and he said, well, good luck with that, son. But I managed it. I managed to play Amazing Grace as he unveiled the statue.
That must have been an extremely proud moment for you.
It was. I played the pipes for my dad, and if I can only get a couple of minutes out of a fairly recognisable tune, I'm happy. I'm happy here because it's my dad I've played for in remembrance of Normandy.
And that's why you're doing this now, and it must make you doubly proud that your son's doing it too.
Yes. My son's a much better piper than me. But I'm very proud of my lad for taking up the pipes. And I'm playing for 10 days for D-Day 80, and then Jacob will take up on the 29th of March and he'll play his 10 days. And for each 10 days segment after that, up until June, a different piper from around the country will play. And we'll all play Gillen Laddie. That's a tune my father played first tune he played on the beach on D-Day.